alive. Hopefully. I hope. Anyway, welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm your host, and today we are delving more into the Archon quest of Genshin Impact. Last time, we kind of teamed up with Alhaitham and figured out that the Academia is using scholars to resurrect, well, not resurrect, but effectively create a false god with Wanderer as its main, well, with Wanderer as the to-be deity? I realize that didn't make a ton of sense, and I'm sorry. The point here is the Academia is using Sino way to kind of make sure that they can hide all of their information. So now we need to cut ass, as it were, which means we have to willingly misdirect them. Yep. Which means we are headed into the sand, hopefully for some more information. And I'm just going to use these as a jumping off point, because our quest objective is literally above us. There you go. We managed to proc one. Just kind of what I need. Oh, come on now, really? Fine, we'll do it the hard way. It's not like I don't have the stamina for it or anything. So we're out in the desert. Sino, what's our plan? What is our plan, buddy?
So, where do we go from here?
Here I thought Alhaitham would actually be the mole.
Yes.
Apparently
After
not.
leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Following you.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Hi, Isak.
Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Dendro crystal flies. And I don't think I'm going to get any of them. But if you catch one, they give you crystal cores. Sino. Are useful in creating condensed resin, which is one of the best resources in the game. Still limited though. Alright, so now that we're in the desert, what next?
There's something here.
Also, Daya's not with us, so
What's this?
yeah.
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
Paimon, you don't run! Silly Paimon.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
Alright,
These
so
are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset.
okay.
Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
I might need to pull out an animo unit while you dig up another device.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge. How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
By what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Alright. Can I actually...
But running on sand is so tiring.
Paimon, you don't run!
You're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Thank you, Isak.
Of course it is.
Thank you, Isak, for that wonderful observation, so I don't have to continue to make it. And there's a waypoint near here. Sweet. 5 more Primo gems. That, being the Lord of Geo, I would be able to manipulate the sand as I see fit. But apparently not.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Come on. I want to fight them. They deserve to get decked for their treatment of the
Don't get any closer.
the mentally ill.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting.
Wait,
Let's
Dia,
listen in.
what are you doing here?
Sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to.
You're one of us. We would never mind.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to.
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Tia?
Dia?
Why would you? Tia!
Isak, no!
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh no.
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well,
Isak,
look at
no!
here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
Oh no.
So, this is the great General Mahamantra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
Right.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
Well,
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village keep... Mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Well, this is a development. It makes things much more complicated.
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our
Unfortunately.
custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison.
Not to mention, he's been playing into the academia's hand the entire time.
If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
Saito, yes. I'll eat them, but I don't know.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the filthy traitors? Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia?
I hate them.
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage.
What?
These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person will gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confidence?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Quite a bit, actually. And hello, Sasha56560. Welcome to the stream. I hope you
Not all
enjoy it.
desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Have you tried looking in a mirror? Just posing the question.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that
Take the
case,
deal.
I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
Well,
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. The mercs.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
oh boy.
Don't listen to him. He's not even trying to negotiate. He just wants to make things more difficult.
Paimon, you're not making this any easier.
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Oh boy.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it.
Yeah. And
Stop.
well,
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces?
so why did you suggest it? Just saying.
You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Yeah, you have some explaining to do. Hmm.
Phew.
You have a lot of
I was
explaining to
really
do.
counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Don't do that again.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
I'll hate them.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
I don't think madness is the right term, but it's more ability to put aside ethics to
I
a
just
certain
feel like
area.
he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself.
Because he probably is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Right. But what are the chances of success? What are the stakes? There's no way of knowing. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But what I do like is that they've actually given me a little explorer. Please tell me you didn't freeze. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we're exchanging the village keepers. I hate them. Now, as much as I don't like the guy, and trust me, I don't. Uh, I'm a little bit concerned that it is going to go bad. They're actually not giving us the time of noon tomorrow. They're giving us 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., which, forgive me for being a little suspect. Gather at the entrance to the village. Okay, we'll just use the statue of the seven that is so conveniently placed there. And we'll just make it quick. Let's see how this is gonna go over.
You're all here so early.
I assume Candace has been.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
Isak, no!
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
Surprised if Dea and Candace were more like siblings than partners. And I wish to navigate. Let me navigate, please. Alright, let's see if I can actually get the pattern right. Oh, this is either gonna go really well or really poorly. One of the two. And I'm. Where does that go? Oh, it goes down there. Ah! Play the wings, just make sure we don't fall. Because, yeah, fall damage is a thing. And I landed a little lower than I think I would like, which isn't great. However, I do have a bunch of stamina, so it's not a terrible deal. So we exchanged for the village keepers. Then what? since the Academia are following Sino's movements, it's they're going to know about it. That's the thing. It's not. Oh! Well, what do you know? It shows up on the map, just in an area that I haven't explored yet. Let's. So, let's open up that area, shall we? And yeah, I'm sorry, that was just me being dumb. That was just me being dumb. Ooh, horror fruit. Or, well, no, not horror. Henna berries. I need those. Man. Chest. And Eremites guarding it. Alright.
That's close enough. Lucky today, you are not welcome here. Charge!
Yeah. Let me introduce you to some Pontinian gunplay.
You want this one?
This one's got your name on it. This one's got your name on it.
There we go. Some extra stuff. I'll have to keep it in mind when I'm using the parameter transformer. And some extra food items as well. I'm actually surprised because I thought they just were on palm trees. Dread brocade, that's fine. Why do you look like something that Ben would be? Should I be concerned?
I'm loving this treasure hunt.
2. Alright, so the main goal here is to head towards the Statue of the Seven in the distance first. It's opened up. We'll head over to our quest objective. It's along the way. Oh, what? Okay, fine. Not gonna make it easy. What's the bird? That was a scarab. I need that. Touchdown safely in the sand. See what this all looks like. Oh. Well, the good news is that I actually investigated a little bit underground earlier for a quest. So I know a little bit, but not nearly enough. I don't want to head over to the Dune of Illusions just yet. Why? Because that might trigger a boss that I'm not ready to handle. And I don't even have the resin to actually claim its rewards anyway. We don't need to worship the statue, we just need to know it's there. Now we'll start heading over to the back of the monument. Or at least, I think it's the back? I'm not entirely sure. Those two are Aramites. Let's try not to encourage a fight. I mean, if they swing first, then I can't really do much. Just avoid. I didn't need to fight Helitrolls today. I mean, I'm probably going to at some point, just not now. There we go. Ah! Scarabs! Should have expected this. I'm gonna hit the waypoint first. Why? Because the waypoint is 5 more primos toward our next pole. Which, it won't be for a couple more sessions yet. Why? Because I want to at least save a little bit for the second half of the 4.4 banners. Because Zhao is actually going to be in the second set, and that means the Primordial Jadeling Spear is going to be in the second set. So, in a rare twist, I think, well, at least rare for me, we'll be going for the weapon instead of the actual character. Those things look like Ben. And there's a Dendrolaculi just sitting there. Let's see if I can... Gotcha! Nice. Now we can just zip away. Stay on course. Oh boy, those are Sumpter beasts. Don't mess with the Sumpters. Oh gosh. Oh no. Almost to the waypoint. I'm almost where I need to be. Hup. Perfect. And there we are. And there's a Sealy torch all the way out here. Eesh. So now that we've got the waypoint, let's start going to the meeting spot. And just gonna dodge a confrontation. Does this actually have us going underground? So there's a Sealy there. So I'm gonna try and snag it just to see where it goes. Sealy lead to treasure chests. And you're going back out there. Okay. Yep. Nope. Not gonna worry about it. Another Dendrooculi? Just sitting there. Okay. Like. Oh, what? Fine. Jerks. I just want the oculi. Okay, so we have to get underground. Oh wait, no. They're right there. Okay. Cool.
Huh. They got here before us.
Why am I not surprised?
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
You didn't have to admit that.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Can I beat them to a pulp already? Yep. This is gonna go bad. And I'm sorry, folks, but that means we'll miss out on the cutscene, but giant fight.
What do you think you're doing?
Man.
Don't you see this blade here? You coward. Why are
Play.
your hands shaking? Wait a second. It's a earthquake!
Oh. Earthquakes aren't good. Oh no. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Lee! Now is not the time to talk about wine, good sir. I'm sorry, but no.
Paimon's dizzy.
Mm. Is everyone okay? Ethan. Where'd the others go?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
No doubt. So you finally believe
Dendro
me.
Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
Yep. Right there.
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Miracle. Praise King Deshret!
Can I punch you now?
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape, except for him. He got off lightly.
Why am I not surprised?
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted Lord has shown us the way to his sacred...
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being, or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
And they're likely to die. I don't have many hopes, but it'd be worse. Could be worse. Alright, let's take a look inside. Oh. Well, it's not what I was expecting. And I know my current party's lower than recommended, but I think we can handle it just fine. After all, I know how the team works. Their artifacts and weapons are solid. Not the best, mind you, but still solid. Just gotta make it work. Let's see. And it's a good thing I have food. Whoa. Didn't expect
It's full of life here.
trees to be growing through here.
This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Don't
Sir Rama,
touch anything.
Huh? Me?
do you see another Raman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
He's got a
What do you
point.
say? It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Oh, let's get to work. Very pretty. And monoliths? Rotating. And it's glowing now. Okay. Ceremonial guide. Look up the hall as a mortal and listen to King Deshret's holy guidance. That doesn't give me a ton to go off of. But if... Oh, dang it, I had it. Get this last one done. Whoa! What? An elevator? Okay. Ah!
Solidify. This is order.
I don't like being jumped like that.
Pull in.
Our bond is strong.
I really don't.
Hey there. Coming at ya.
I just find it funny that it's fungi. Go. Ah!
That's the way.
You're floating when you probably shouldn't be.
Stabilize.
I do feel bad for beating on the fungus. They're quite cute. But I don't like it when I'm jumped. Put it mildly. Now here I'm not jumped, I'm just grabbing the chest.
Advance. Everyone on me.
Oh. Fellow warrior, I guess.
Come on. Come on, Navia. You can do it.
Be a little lucky.
There we go. An exquisite chest for the taking. And it probably loops back up on the other side. So let's just grab our material and work our way down. As chatty as Zhongli is, I like to keep him in front because he is the start of my combat rotation. Oh. Okay. Doors are opening. What the? Hey! What? It's a common chest. is there actually anything in that room aside from the chest? Looks like the answer is no. Okay. Is nobody going to acknowledge the fact that the walls are just kind of shifting around? No hints or anything? What? Again, I was jumped.
Solidify.
Watch out!
Do the thing.
Watch out! Haha!
You are gonna do a wonderful job just beating the ever-loving snot out of this fungus. What? Beautiful. I don't understand it, but it's beautiful. Up. Back into drawing.
Order guide. Holy
Start dealing damage.
Get with me! I feel terrified! Hey there! This one's got your name on it!
Note to self, when able, make sure that Shinobu gets some healing. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose her, and that's just not very good. Okay. Well, wait, what? What are you? For 6 days, infiltrating the temple, I finally understand the priest's parlor tricks. The elevator will descend to the ground and get on top of it before it starts ascending again to reach the dome. Okay. You know, I kind of thought that would work. Yeah, if we can activate it from the elevator itself, then... Oh! Hold on. Maybe? No. I don't think an extra pillar is going to make it work. How do you get on? How do you trigger it? And how do you get on? How do you... Okay, so I'm on the elevator. How do you... I actually have to look this up because I don't know. Okay, so let's do a little digging, shall we? Searching desert elevator. Here's what it's stuck on the floor. You will notice that the elevator will descend back shortly. Once the elevator descends, players can use the activate elevator button to bring it back up, allowing them to go up and down with ease. Top section. So oh, I need to jump to the top section of the elevator. Well, that's
the same as
annoying, considering that requires some backtracking. But it's not exactly impossible to do. At least I don't think. The question is, can I do it? Yeah, there's a top here. Gotcha. Perfect. Now I think I may have just botched it, but at least I know what I'm doing. Kind of. Oh, I should have. Dang it. Just gotta wait for the elevator to come back, that's all. There you are. Now we'll just go up. Go into the room. Get on there. Now, how do I recall it? That's the question. Huh. There's like no switch in the passage either. I might have missed something. Let's go back up a floor and actually poke around a little bit. Is thankfully yeah, it's just yeah, it's just what puzzle did I miss? Because I feel like I missed it. I feel like I missed a puzzle.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across
Jump
here tend to stay a while.
to the top section, the upper section will for the ruins. I need the dome. And the Scarlet King, which is Dasherette. I don't think I caused the elevator to go all the way up. Up, well, up or down anyway. Oh, because the one, it's in the floor.
Every journey. Don't rush.
actually need to complete? I might actually have to do this off stream. And the reason I say that is because I feel like I missed something, but I don't quite know what that something is. Is there a way to activate the mechanism from here? No! Well, at least I didn't take fall damage. Because there's the mechanism, and you actually have to go out and touch it. Which puts you outside the elevator. Either at this point. Oh. Well, while I'm here. Hang on. There was a YouTube video. Well, I'll have to watch that. And I'm gonna turn the volume down. Okay.
Keep your weapon at the ready. You never know what's around the corner.
Oh, and I can't. Okay, sit tight. This is the fungus. We get into the
Somebody shows strength and instills confidence in others around me.
passage.
I must always stay at the top of my game.
What am I missing? That's my question. Okay, so
Keep your weapon at the ready. You never know what's around the corner.
yeah, you're calling it back down. Okay. Treasure chest. to recall it from the other room. Okay. That... Honestly, I'm not sure why I didn't think of that. I don't claim to be the smartest one of the bunch, but... Okay. So we go out. Press the button. I don't know if I'm gonna get this, but... Press the button again. We made it! Hi.
Stabilize. This is order. Advance.
Sorry that took so long. I'm happy that I was able to figure it out.
Feeling lucky?
And here we will actually find the truth. We just gotta deal with some terrortroops first.
Gather.
Oh. Oh, it would help if I was pressing the right key.
Coming at ya.
There we go. And now we have more. Turn off. Turn off. And oh, I wish we could just one. Oh wait, hang on. So if we start that one up, the middle one, the end is glowing. So do we just have to... And now the end is glowing. And I cannot rotate any of the monoliths. The middle one. Well, I've got the end. Oh! So it's just rotating and you have to turn it. You have to wait and then turn it off at the right time. Is there a right time, though? That's the question. was trying to get it to turn off. Okay, if that one's... Those two are glowing. Yeah, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. To
This one's got your name on it.
and then we just gotta wait for the... Okay. I think I got it, considering that the elevator's back. I think. Yeah, they're all glowing. Where are we going? That's my question.
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
I wouldn't call that divine providence. I'd call it a scary wormhole. Wait. Why are we the traveler? Where's Zhongli?
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Wait. Is that... Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Wait. What's that?
It's a device. Or at least a statue.
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
It looks like a tomb.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script.
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
At least 20. Okay.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
Uh-oh.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Oh.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Okay. This is gonna be another laggy cutscene, I think.
Civilization is born of knowledge,
Yep.
but so too can knowledge
Knowledge
be
be
its
its
demise.
demise.
A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies.
Elazar.
Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a
Case
desperate,
corruption.
deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life.
Okay.
The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
Well, I'll be damned.
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
Oh, quite the opposite, in fact.
This doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
Greater Lord Rukadevata came to the rescue of King Deshret and his people, but eradicating the forbidden knowledge took so much of her power. Two deities' followers have resented each other all this time, completely unaware that their gods stuck by each other through life and death.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor. He stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, If I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Well, what else could you do?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Aramites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Of course, he's
Hey, how you doing?
he's going through a crisis of faith.
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for, but please give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes, the gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
Oh, they will. Oh, they will.
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
This is a turn for the better.
At least is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
Dino.
Dino, we're leaving.
Stop yelling.
What's going through your head, bud? That's what I want to know. What's going on through your head? And some excellent loot. Plus, we got an achievement. Excuse me. So, where do we go from here? That's the question. When do I get to punch a sage? I just want to punch a sage in the teeth. Oh, so we're going to the hideout now. Okay, makes sense. But first things first, let's head back to the Statue of the Seven. Actually, yeah, Statue of the Seven first, just to make sure that Shinobu gets healed up. We'll grab a couple more waypoints along the way, and then see where this leads. Because I can only imagine. Yeesh. Will either go very well or very poorly. I don't know which. Plus, I can drop off the oculi that I picked up while I'm here. Because if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget, and that makes me kind of mad. Okay, so with everyone healed up, what's our best route here? Okay, so we'll just pop on over to this teleport point and start working our way over. And we'll start by getting on the road. Or at least close to the road. Don't mind me, just getting stuck on a cactus. There's a... Huh? A little easier. Yeah, that would be our closest waypoint. But we're headed over here. So we'll have to deviate a little bit from our path. It's doable, mind you, but it's still... Yet another temple. Fungus. A viewpoint. I don't know what else since I've seen those. It's up there. We're likely to head to the camp first. Right, let's see what this place looks like. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna actually not cancel the navigation to there because I think our objective's gonna be a little bit closer. Henna berries! I need those. I know I need them for Candace, but I don't know if she's the only one that needs them or not. And those are guarded by fungi. Yeah. Nope. Not worth it. Not worth the fight. There we go. Now that is worth the fight. Call me a little loot gremlin, but they're guarding a chest and I want it.
Following orders. Stabilize. Charge! Rally!
Drop first. Come on. There we go. Man, we got some extra wood. Nice. So I will admit, the wood's kind of on accident.
Whoa! What a stroke of good luck!
Mm. Red satin. Red satin. Oh, there's. Is that a waypoint in the distance, or is that just fire? No, that's actually a waypoint. Let's hope I don't fall in the process. Guys, I don't want to fight you. I just want to grab this and go. One. We made it to the game encampment.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it.
Yeah, she barely lost her arm.
But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
This is gonna be
these are the people who
so
kidnapped the village
satisfying.
keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find.
That's right.
Sino.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless.
Whoa! The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Yes,
Be
no
my
question.
guest.
Sages are trying to create a new god, aren't they?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor.
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was
And
previously
you
expelled
let
from the
them?
Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet.
i.e., Skara.
After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
So you went after the scholars.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's Madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Alhaitham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
But the sage's end product won't be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, it'll be the Belvedere.
The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Even now, they still refuse to acknowledge Lesser Lord Kusanali. I never imagined a god could be subjected to so much cruelty.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Alright, back to the village chief's house. Candace is not gonna be very happy. I mean, she'll be happy for Isak, but other than that, I don't think it's gonna end well. Where do we go from here? Do we finally get to deck a sage? Hmm. Just out of curiosity.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy.
It's hard not to feel weighed down by what we just learned. Despite everything Lesser Lord Kusanali has done for her people, the Academia has abandoned her in the sanctuary of Surastana like a lost cause. Even the detective have never realized there's such a small and childlike god in the world.
Hey, say something. Stop spacing out.
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
I want to share everything I know with all of you.
So you were still withholding some information?
Sorry. Had my reasons. He's relaxed, as if her mood hasn't been affected by the heavy conversation. Now has a firm and solemn expression on his face. It looks like he made up his mind about something. The core of his beliefs, his motivation to pursue things, all of them has also turned toward the crowd. He wants to listen too. After that, the whole story comes out. All the experiences, feelings, and secrets shared freely with everyone. To share everything means to consider everyone as
Even though we lived
allies.
through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
And that's everything you've
Whirlwind of a story.
experienced.
Felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
No matter what lies ahead.
Let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
I'll be damned. That is actually a wonderful place to end it off. Let me grab some Primos. Because we can. And go into the Adventurer's Handbook. No, I said I was going to do some saving. But we just got another Intertwined Fate. And that puts us at 4? I think. So it's not a bad opportunity to pull now. Oh, that puts us at 6, even better. Alright, let's throw 110 pull, call the session, see what we get. I'm hoping for Noelle. Gaming would be cool. Zhang Yun would be cool. The only one I don't want is Faruzan. That's it. The only one I do not want is Faruzan. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. And yes, this will be documented later in the pull chart Excel spreadsheet. 4-star. Okay. Cool. Skyrider Sword. Debate Club. And there is a chance that we do get more than one 4-star out of this. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooters. Faruzan. That's C5 now. Is there anyone else? Sharpshooter. Ravenbow. Cool Steel. Really? Oh well. I guess I can't get too picky. Well, I could, it's just not a good idea to. And gonna buy an Intertwined Fate from the shop, just so that way we don't have a complete loss. Still, Gaming would have been nice. He just must be busy, that's all. But on that note, I'm going to end today's stream right here. It's a little early, but we also started a little early, so kind of evens out in the end. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Please make sure to leave a follow and ring that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I go live. On the YouTube channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe over there so you don't miss a recap. VODs are usually up within 1 or 2 days of the stream, so we don't need to worry about that too much. If you're feeling particularly generous, I do have a Ko-Fi link in the About section of the Twitch channel and in the description of the YouTube videos. Any money generated through that link will go back towards the channel in some way, shape, or form. Additionally, if you want to see more of my work, I am a freelance writer. There will be a link to a certain section of the that I'm particularly fond of, specializing in D&D homebrew. I can't guarantee that they're perfect. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're not. But I do guarantee at least spice up your game in some way. A link to the portfolio in question will be in the About section of the Twitch channel and in the description of the YouTube videos. With all of that said, I hope to see you guys on Wednesday for something. I don't know what just yet, but we'll get there when we get there. Until then, stay safe out there and see you guys